What's up, guys? So welcome back to let's take a drink and have a chat. Today I have grenadine syrup. So it's basically a kind of red fruits mix type of syrup that you mix with water. You guys maybe know what it is, or if you don't, well, here you go. So today, as you may have guessed by the title of this video, I want to talk about my insomnia. So I've talked about it, like mentioned it pretty much in several videos, once or twice. In my I have something to say, or whatever the title is of one of my videos, I mentioned it as well. It was because I wasn't posting often and I was kind of having a hard time filming videos and being really satisfied with the content that I was putting out. So the video was about this. So yeah, today I want to talk about my insomnia. I want to talk about it because I think I want to share stuff with you guys, and I think that a lot of people are affected by this, but they don't necessarily talk about it. I don't want my voice sounds like that. Probably because I just went out. And yeah, a lot of people are affected, and not a lot of people talk about it. Or I think that most people don't realize how it can affect your day or your life in general, in the stuff you do. So I'm gonna talk about me a bit. So I've been suffering from insomnia. It has of course changed over the years, but still insomnia for like the past 5 years or something like that. I've never really been a heavy sleeper. Like I've never really slept for like 12 hours straight, like maybe once or twice, but it was really maybe just that, once or twice in my entire life. I've always been someone who would sleep like the normal hours, type of hours, like 6-8 hours, something like that if I could. But I've always been used to getting up early and going to bed a bit late or something. But over the past like 3 years, it's kind of changed. And most of the time I'm not sleeping like until 2 a.m. It's at 2 a.m. that I really start feeling sleepy and tired, and I just go to bed. Even if I've been tired like the entire day, at around like 9 p.m. or 8 to 9 p.m. I'm just like full of energy, like ready to go run a freaking marathon, But after that I start crashing again, and then at 2 a.m. I really crash. And the thing is, when you go to school, or when you have work, or when you just don't like getting up at 11 in the morning every morning, you set your alarm for like from 6:30 to 8:30 a.m. And when you went to bed at like 2 or 3 a.m., it's not really a lot of hours to sleep. It's like it goes from 4 to 6 hours, 5 hours. So it's really not enough, and even 3 hours sometimes. So yeah, I just end up being really tired, and I always need a nap at some point in the afternoon because I crash. These past few days it's happened like earlier. Like normally I start feeling sleepy, or I think I need a nap around 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. But now it's kind of around 12 p.m. 12 p.m. that wait. Let's say midday. It's around midday that I start feeling sleepy like that, and that I just think I need to go to bed. So I push through, but I'm still tired. So after a while you just get used to it. But I want to talk about how it's affecting me in my life in general. Also guys, this series unscripted, I'm just really having conversation. I just want to share stuff with you guys, and you sharing stuff with me, and having conversation, and just talk and share our lives and talk about ourselves and just build a community and all that, okay? So in general, in my life, I'm used to it. I'm used to not sleeping a lot. I'm used to napping in the afternoon from 40 minutes to an hour, kinda. I'm used to sometimes being really tired and not taking in consideration and just pushing through, even if I can't concentrate, if I'm really tired, if I'm literally sleeping, falling asleep on my desk or on my bed or on a chair, wherever I might be. I'm used to all that and I'm just pushing through, but at some point you realize that you can push through as much as you want, but there's some energy that you need. You need to reload yourself, you know, you need to get that energy back. And you can get that energy back if you are like under zero in energy and you're still using that fuel that you don't have anymore to move on with your day. You can't just do that, because then you'll be really tired and you just start crashing, and this is when people faint, and this is when people just get sick or suddenly sleep for 12 hours straight, because their body just doesn't have any energy, has been in a lack of energy for the past several days, and it just can't keep on going this way. So even if I'm used to it, it affects my everyday life, because I wake up in the morning, it makes it 10 times harder for me to get out of bed. So I'm just constantly hitting the snooze button the snooze button to be able to get out of bed. And when I've done that, I'm like, well, by the time I'm out of bed, usually I'm just like, my energy has come back and I'm just fine, more or less, or I'm awake. But like at some point in the morning or in the afternoon, I just crash, and it can be annoying. Like if you have school, it's really hard for you, because if you, for example, go home for lunch, you just want to sleep. You don't care about eating, you just want to sleep, because you haven't been able to sleep the night before. So you just want to go home at lunchtime to sleep and then go back to school, because you can't sleep at school. And then in the afternoon, the thing that happens with insomnia is that even if you've slept, as I said, during lunchtime, you haven't slept enough. So then you just have a little bit of energy. but because you haven't had a full night's sleep, you're still really tired when you go to school, so you can't concentrate. If you especially don't like this class, or if you don't like the teacher, it just makes it 10 times worse for you and for your teacher, because you become really annoying, or you kind of don't concentrate, and if the teacher notices, they start yelling at you, you know, for some reason. So yeah, you just can't concentrate. You can be active, you can be productive, you can be a good student, and you can be a good person, kinda, because you're not doing what you're supposed to do. And what you're supposed to do in class is listening, writing, asking questions if you didn't understand, or if you want more information, just all that, you know, what a student's job is. And the thing is that even though I was still appearing as a productive person at school and all that, I really wasn't. Because if, for example, if I ask a question because I didn't listen, or I was falling asleep, or I just was writing, so I was concentrating on another thing while the teacher was speaking out, I couldn't really multitask. This as well, you become really bad at multitasking. So I would just ask the question to the teacher, and just, you know, for them to repeat, or for them to explain something that I didn't hear that they said and all that. But the thing is, if the explanation was way too long for me, I would just zone out in the middle, and then when they were done talking, I would say, thanks, did you get it? Yeah, I did. In my head I was like, nah. So I'd say it just affects your everything in your daily life. And people who fancy it, and people who think it's great not to sleep at night, or who think it's great to sleep only 3 hours at night, just realize how lucky you are to not be in this freaking situation, because you're a productive person, you have energy, you can do all these things when you sleep more than us insomniacs do, and you're gonna live longer. Because us insomniacs have 3 things that have been proven by science: is that we can gain more weight because of the fact that we don't sleep, so it kind of fucks up your metabolism as I heard. So like you digest the food less quickly and all that, so it makes you gain weight. You don't digest the fat as well, so it makes you gain fat and all that. You have higher chance of stroke, yeah, have a higher chance of stroke or heart attacks, or this other type of stuff, and heart disease in general. And you have more chance more chances of developing diabetes or producing more cholesterol, and the bad type of cholesterol, not the good type. So really, it's really nothing to fancy. It's really nothing to be proud of and all that. But if there's something that I think should change regarding insomnia and people who suffer from it, because we really do suffering from it, it's sleep disorders aren't any fun. Is that I think people should talk more about it, and I think people should be more understandable instead of yelling at someone who you know doesn't really sleep at night and know that, and trying to make them feel guilty for the fact that their body just does that, the fact that it's been this way for so long that it's just hard to break the cycle. Maybe you should just show some support. It's like when people are like, but have you tried turning off all your lights? Have you tried going to bed earlier? Have you tried... What the fuck are you talking about? I'm the one who's had this for the past 5 years or 4 years. Of course I've tried this. Of course I've tried going to bed earlier. Of course I've tried not doing this stuff and doing this instead. Of course I've tried not doing this and not doing that. It hasn't changed anything. It hasn't changed anything. It just made my insomnia change in itself, but it hasn't changed anything as a whole. It hasn't cured me. It hasn't make it go away. It hasn't done anything. I'm still just like that. I'm still not sleeping really. I'm still moody. I'm still like that, mostly because of my insomnia. So when people are, I know that people mean well, and I know that your GP means well, but like when they just like telling you the same stuff over and over as if you hadn't tried it 100 times already, it's just really, really frustrating, because you already know that you can you already feel like you can really be cured. But like when you hear your GP propose to you to do stuff that you've already done several times before, tried at least several times, and it hasn't worked out, it's just really frustrating, because you feel lost. You really feel alone. You feel like there's nothing you can do, and that you're gonna have to live this way for the past years that you have left. And years, I'm not saying how many years, because it depends from person to person, but I'm just saying that it's not fun. And you feel really lonely, and you really feel like nobody understands and nobody can help you. I know that most people with insomnia take sleeping pills. I don't. I've asked my doctor several times if he could prescribe me some, just so that I could try it out and see if I slept better if I had a full night's sleep. But he's never done it, so I don't know why. Honestly, I really don't know why. I'm of age to take them. I've been of age for a few years now, so I don't understand why he didn't prescribe me some. But I know that a lot of people with insomnia or some type of sleep disorder like this take sleeping pills. From what I've heard, it works. So if it's adapted for you, if it's the right thing, or really the last resort that you have to really be able to sleep or get a full night's sleep and feel good and have a full night's sleep that is a good sleep, not a bad sleep that we all have, just ask a doctor if he can prescribe you some, or if he's okay with it, or if you don't have any type of illnesses that may make it dangerous for you to take some. I don't know, just ask your doctor and see with him or her, I don't know, for you. See with them. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about it, because I think it's very important, and I think that insomnia and sleep disorders in general, all the type of stuff that people and even doctors still don't really understand why it happens, and why it happens more to some people, why it causes this, why it causes that. We still don't even know why we need to sleep, why we all need to sleep. We and the science still don't even know why. So I think that it's really interesting. It's an interesting topic for me, and also because it affects me. So if I'm affected, I know that I'm not alone, and that's why I'm making this video. So hey guys, I hope I just opened up a conversation. I hope you enjoyed that video. Please tell me in the comment section down below if you're suffering from any type of sleep disorder, whether it being insomnia, sleep paralysis, or any other, or a mix of both, or if you had one and not the other. I don't know, just tell me in the comments. We're gonna open conversation, talk about this and some of the stuff. Thanks for watching guys. Don't forget, stay crazy and stay weird, and I'll see you later. Bye.